This area is about 600 square feet, which is, when we started Classic Graphics, if you go from where I'm standing to that little barrier there, that's about the size of the original Classic Graphics in 1983. It was a little office warehouse behind a convenience store over on North Tryon. You pull down past the convenience store and there was like this row of brick office warehouses, and it was actually 1,200 square feet, but we only had 600 square feet of it because we shared it with another business. It was a friend of Bill's, John Henderson, and he felt so sorry for us he didn't even charge us rent for the first couple of months. Bill went down and talked to him and said, yeah, we're going to open the business. And he said, like, who are you going to sell printing to? Who are your customers? We didn't have an answer for the question, but
we didn't have a single customer.
We eventually found some.
Yeah, I'd say so. I was in a personal finance class and a professor challenged the class, asked if anyone was going to start their own business. Well, he said, how many of you are going to go work for a company, get a pension, and retire? And everyone raised his hand. And he said, no one's going to start their own business. Of course, that was the rest of the lecture. And that got me excited, and I went home, talked to my mom and dad about it, then went to work, started talking to Dave about it. He got excited, and we decided to go for it.
I still worked at a printing company at night, a place called Belk Printing, where he and I had both worked, and where I met him. And so I continued to work over there at night running a press. Well, we started by expanding. John Henderson, the guy that was renting us half of his 1,200 square feet, he closed his business, and so then we had the full 1,200 square feet, and then we took 2 more of those units. So there was a little row of units. So we knocked a hole in the wall and we had 2,400 square feet, and then we finally took the end unit and we had 3,600 square feet, but we didn't even knock a hole in the wall in that one. We'd go out the door and in the other door. So we'd go out on the porch and go in. And that's where the office is. That was the office suite, was that 1,200 square feet. And
that was from 1983 to 1987 when we moved across the street into 8,000 square feet.
Right.
And we got to design that. It was
January of
80.
Was it January of 87?
No, January 88. We actually moved the end of December 87. We started moving the business in December of 87.
Right. And so we went from 3,600 to about 8,100 or something like that.
Then from 87 to 1993, we stayed there, and then we moved to 5901 Harris, and that was 30,000 square feet. And then we kicked a hole in the wall and took another 30.
Yeah, we eventually took the whole 59,000 there on the front part, and then we added the Opus facility in. We didn't move into the Opus facility until 2005. It's kind of late 2005, and we took 38 and then another 10, so that was 48,000 over there. So
we got about 107,000 square feet. Now we're moving into 180,000 square feet, and you can be assured there will be no more moves.
No more.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. We are done.
This is my last one anyway.
Bill and Dave met working at Belk Printing in the late 70s. And Bill is my brother-in-law. I am married to his sister. And so our friendship spans a decade, or a lot of time, 30 years. And so this is kind of a natural fit, for us to work together. And so we're pretty excited about it. Dad started the business in the basement of our home while he was working for JB Ivey and Company. One of the things he did for Ivey's while he was working there is convince them if they had some printing equipment, they could save a lot of money.
When I was working with Ivey's department store, I learned the printing process of small printing equipment, and I had the ego to own my own printing press. So he ended up financing it, taking it home, putting it in a little 4 or 8 room at the end of my garage.
So in '83, from April to December of '83, sales were $64,000 over that 8-month period. And then the next year, sales were like $250,000. And the next year they were $500,000. And so from 1983 to 2000, in 2000 our sales were $20 million. And from 1983 to 2000, our average annual sales growth was like 37% compounded. So it was pretty steady.
We'll close 2010 right under 40 million. We plan on doing 50 million in 2011 in this new facility.
Yeah. So.
Or we're going to be bankrupt.
Or, yeah.
It's going to go either way.
Then set the auctioneer's booth up right here.